The Cat Connection, powered by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Welcome into our extended Cat Connection. Now joined by girls track head coach Chad Pietig. And Coach, I tell you what, nice start for Grace Christensen. She was our athlete of the week. Obviously, she made it to state. What makes her such an exceptional competitor out there on the track?
She's pretty fearless. She doesn't really worry about what school those other jerseys are from. She looks at every race as an opportunity to test herself, and so she's not afraid to go against anybody. And if they get her, they get her, and then she knows what she has to work on and where she ranks. It's a really fun mindset to be around because she really just doesn't care. She's all about competing. She wants to compete against the best. And she looks forward to that opportunity, and then she usually puts a good effort into it as well.
Yeah, first and a sixth place finish for her at the Waukee Invite. What'd you think collectively as a team how they did in that first outdoor event?
As a team, we learned a lot. We're 65% freshmen, sophomores. We only have a couple of sprinters who are juniors, no seniors, and so. We're young, and so right now it's about learning how, not only where to go, but how to pace yourself. So in some of the races or the handoffs, the timing on the handoffs, and it's one you can simulate it all you want out here on the track, but when you're in that meet and the adrenaline's going, your steps can get off, and you have to learn how to control those emotions and control those nerves and things like that. So overall, it was a good experience. We had some really good performances, like you say, with Grace there. Olivia Weiss was a second and third in the throws. Our hurdlers ran well. So we had lots of good things to come out of that. Still a lot of work to do, though.
Yeah, and those little things, like you mentioned, the handoffs and stuff. I mean, those are things where teams are separated by 2-3 seconds, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are the things that keep you from qualifying for state. Those are the heartbreakers. Those are the things you can do everything right, and then one person leave a little early or leave a little late, and kind of wreck the whole relay for everybody. Or in another race, they might get boxed in or something. Those are the heartbreaks that bite you at the end of the season and keep you from going to state. So try and work all those bugs out now so none of those things show up at the end of the season.
Yeah. The weather has not cooperated for your early season here. You've had a few cancellations. How important was March in the indoor season to kind of get you a little bit ready? Because that sometimes you're gonna face those hurdles with the weather.
Yeah, if it wasn't for those indoor meets, we actually added a couple extra this year because I felt like our team was more prepared this year than years past. So we added a couple of extras, which I'm glad we did, because those right now are what we're, with the exception of the Waukee meet, those are the ones that we're looking at for times and performances to build our roster, our lineups for the next meet. So they were good. Again, got to learn things, got to learn the check-in procedures, things like that. All those things that can derail you and make you nervous at a meet. We worked on those in those indoor meets as well.
Yeah, how hard is it to kind of judge the early season numbers when you're running in a 40-mile-an-hour wind or, whatever it may be?
So we don't look at the watch as much. We look at the effort and the attitude, the competitiveness. That wind is blowing on everybody, and so as long as you're competing as hard as the girls next to you and trying to beat those girls, we're okay with it. It's when the effort's not there, that's where we become concerned. We tell them all the time, we know we're going to be faster and we're going to be stronger and we're going to throw farther and we're going to jump higher and farther at the end of the year. That's the goal. So right now it's all about effort and attitude, attacking your event, trying to get every place and every point that you can out of your event.
Yeah. Last question for you, Chad, before we visit with Grace Christensen about her Athlete of the Week nomination and winning that accolade. How to track, in your mind, some of the ladies out there on the track make their biggest jump from, like Grace, in her freshman to sophomore year? What do you see as kind of the key to just continuing to take those steps up?
Well, she takes the weight room very serious. She has probably one of the most consistent athletes in this school. Not just on the girls' track team, but in the school as far as her weight training, getting stronger. She works on her speed year-round, her plyometrics, things like that. So she is completely committed to becoming a better sprinter, and that obviously is a big part of it. Again, we talked about her attitude. She has a great attitude, and she's so coachable. She's so willing to work. We've, those indoor meets, we were able to pinpoint her weakness at those meets were her starts. We filmed her starts at all the indoor meets, and then we started filming them in practice and filming them at the other meets. And those first couple meets, she was about 6th place coming through the first 15 meters. And then at Waukee, she was first through the first 15 meters. And so, when you have that coachability and willingness to take what the coaches are giving you and work on it, you can build a successful season.
It's got to make it fun to coach.
It's a blast to coach when they can take it and they can process it, and then within a few days they are correcting that problem. And that's something that we will work on all year long with her. Is we know that is her. That is her. If she has a weakness, it's that first 15 meters. She's very strong at the end of the race, one of the strongest. And so, it gives us something to work on, gives her something to work on, and it's something that's measurable that we can see, and we can show her every week, look, you're gaining on these girls here and here and here. So it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Thanks for the time, Chad.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That is Chad Pietig. When we come back on our extended Cat Connection, all presented by Tyler Prashong State Farm, we'll visit with Grace Christensen right here on KFJB-TV.
From the 2018 tornado to the 2020 derecho, Marshalltown has faced adversity, but our community has become stronger and M-Town proud. At Tyler Prashong State Farm Agency in Marshalltown, we have options for home, auto, life, and business. Our goal is to give you choices that impact in a positive way. As we have found out firsthand, life is never predictable, but you should always be prepared. Head to mtownproud.com to see how we can best fit your needs. We'd love to talk to you about what makes you M-Town proud.
Back in on our Cat Connection. It is our Athlete of the Week, and Grace Christensen with us. And obviously last year you got yourself to state in the 100, got there in the prelims. What was that feeling like in your freshman season to go through that experience going to state?
Yeah, I was super excited and honored, and I was just really thankful for everyone that pushed me and helped me get there, like teachers, coaches, and my teammates as well.
Talk to me a little bit about the indoor portion of your schedule that you went through a lot in March, and how that kind of prepared you to get outdoors when the weather cooperates for you out there.
The indoor season's really important because it really just transitions like off-season training to the outdoor training, which is the main part of the season. So I'd say that, and then it's also just a good place, especially for people that don't off-season train, to kind of get back into the groove of things.
Yeah. What would you say has been kind of the biggest growth in your year over year from freshman to sophomore year out there on the track?
I'd say the biggest growth is like leadership, because as a freshman, I was just a freshman. I didn't know really what I was doing, and the older girls really helped me a lot. So I think going from freshman to sophomore year, I've definitely helped more people and helped lead the team more.
Yeah. You ran a 12:97 first place there in the 100 at the Waukee invite to get going. How'd you feel out there running in your first event?
I felt great. I was super pumped up and excited. Yeah.
You got 6th place as well in the 200. What's the main difference mindset wise when you're competing in that, in those shorter distance runs?
My main mindset, I'm not thinking about a whole lot out there. I'm just thinking, driving your arms and legs and just going as fast as you can. Mm-hmm. So I'm not thinking about much, really.
I hear a lot. I'm not a track expert by any means, but when you turn on a race during the Olympics or whatever, it's all about the start, especially like in a 100 or 200. So what's the key for you on getting that good start out of the gate?
Say the biggest key for a start is arms, because it's really overlooked, because you'd think you'd use your legs more, but your arms drive your legs, and if you get really big arms, your legs will follow, and that will make for a good start.
What do you love about track?
I love that it's really mental, and you can be like whatever, like you can be however fast you are, but if you're not working on your mindset and your mentality, you're not going to do good. So I think, your mentality, because you really have to have that in order to be fast.
Yeah. What other activities, events, things are you doing during the school year?
I'm in wrestling cheerleading, which is really fun, and I'm also in FFA.
Okay. You're staying busy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, hey, best of luck rest of the season, and congrats, Athlete of the Week.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that is our Cat Connection, all presented by Tyler Pashong State Farm, mtownproud.com.